Hello, chosen one.
As a kid, I was always fantasizing about stepping inside a virtual world. With virtual reality, that is now possible. As of today, the first book in the Shadowgate Saga, Shadowgate VR, the Mines of Mythrok, brings the hit adventure series to virtual reality. You can now step into the fantasy world of Kal Torlin like never before and immerse yourself in this exciting action-adventure game made for PCVR. And well, that is according to the Steam page. Now, what is Shadowgate VR? Shadowgate VR is a puzzle adventure game, and in the beginning of the game, you are tasked to dive deep into the Dwarven dungeon, filled with dangerous traps, scary creatures, dead ends, and mystical objects. But before we dive into these dungeons, let me first go to the main menu. Now, I have not seen this before, but I like the twist to this. When you are in the menu for the first time, an Odin sitting next to you on a rock will explain all the screens to you and what you can do there. Very helpful to quickly get around and to adjust the game to your liking.
For now, let me guide you through these menu screens.
Now let's dive back in the caves, shall we? When you enter the cave, expect to die. The moment you rush it, traps will get you. And I like this approach. You have to slowly discover and look around every corner for secret traps or perhaps some enemies. Now besides that, many times you would have to solve a puzzle as well. Now most puzzles in this game consist of finding a secret door, entrance, chest or artifact to progress further. And for some reason, that started to get a bit repetitive in my opinion. But at the same time I was doing them because I was willing to find out what the next room would hold as a surprise. But again, I would have liked if the puzzles were a little bit more diverse in a way. But a big positive is that the puzzles really fit the environment very well. I have noticed in some games that some puzzles are looking very futuristic and that it does not fit the scene very well. For example, a very futuristic puzzle in a medieval scene. That does not feel right for me. In this game, it just blends in all very well. Besides puzzles, the caves also hold danger and so you will encounter many different enemies. And oh boy, did they scare me.
Ah, f*** me, Jesus Christ!
This game has the occasional jump scares, and if you don't like spiders, you are going to have a hard one. But don't worry, there is an option in the settings to make these spiders into silly, colorful ones. So that they will hopefully lighten your phobia for spiders a little bit. Now don't worry, there is a way to get rid of the spiders before they crawl onto you. You have a wand and a shield to protect yourself. Now as you shoot, there is some auto aim involved, but you can turn it off. But that must be really difficult because I had a hard time with auto aim already. Yeah, I'm a noob. Now this game is not the fighting game. It is an adventure game in where you want to explore and solve puzzles. The fighting I see as a side thing, to be honest. It is also pretty simplistic as enemies just come at you. There's no complex AI or movement or whatever. You just shoot at them a couple of times and they die. Now during your quests, you find coins, and at first I thought to come across a trader, but it is just so you can change your wand, shield or Odin cosmetics. Now talking about the Odin, he flies with you throughout the adventure and you can ask him for tips. A fun extra is that you can look through his eyes and see hidden objects, like secret chests or tiles that whenever you stand on them, a trap will be activated. Now the Odin also talks and mostly tells you to hurry up, so if you get tired of that, you can turn that off. Now for some reason, switching to the Odin and back to the player got me quite sick in a way. Also, I played with smooth turn, which I normally do, but as you walk in a cave and you have to turn a lot, it got me a little bit dizzy. So if you are new to VR, try snap turn for sure. All these options are available in the game. Now, as for a developer that released its first VR game, this one is definitely not bad, but also not perfect. There's not much to interact with in the world besides levers and the artifacts you find that you can pick up. The graphics are not terrible, but also not great, and like I said, the puzzles feel somewhat repetitive in my opinion. But I have encountered zero game-breaking bugs, never got stuck, and for some reason I always wanted to know what was behind another door, so it kept me entertained in some way. If you really like adventure puzzle games and you like the scenery that the game plays in, then yes, this one is worth to have a look at. if you just want to try out for your first time a VR adventure puzzle game, then I think there are better options for a first try. All by all, I enjoyed the gameplay, the VR mechanics, the innovation, graphics, story, music, fun and comfort were all okay-ish. So I personally rate this game a 6.5. Now I hope you liked this video, and if you want to keep up to date with the latest PCVR updates, then subscribe to this channel. I hope to see you all in the next video. Ciao ciao.